Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim, the animated version. Today we're going to look at 22 horror movies that are based on terrifying real-life events according to BOLAVIP US, Microsoft. Number 1, the Amityville Horror, 1979. One of the biggest urban legends in the history of New York. A couple moves into an uptown house and are shocked to discover that their new dream house is haunted. Number 2, Borderland, 2007. 3 American college students go on a binge in Mexico. After a wild night, one of their friends goes missing. But it's not a hangover. No, it's a scary group of human sacrifice cult members. The Girl Next Door, 2007. Based on the real-life killing of Sylvia Likens, the film tells the story of a young teenage girl suffering abuse from her caretaker and local boys. The Conjuring, 2013. 2 paranormal investigators, no, not the Ghostbusters, are called by a family to help remove the evil spirits that reside in their home. The film takes place in 1970, as if that mattered. Wolf Creek, 2005. Based on the true stories of 3 people on a road trip in Australia and their quest to hike the Wolf Creek. Eventually, the 3 hikers get stranded in the creek when their car breaks down, and a bushman leads them to harm's way. That's not a dingo. Number 6 on the list, Silent House, 2011. Based on the true story of a woman who was stuck inside a pitch-dark house that her family is putting up for sale. Elizabeth Olsen stars in this film about surviving a really dark house. The Toolbox Murders, 1978. Based on the true crimes of Lawrence Sigmund Bittaker and Roy Lewis Norris, who committed slayings in Southern California by covering their faces using ski masks. Deliver Us from Evil, 2014. An overworked New York Police Department cop begins to believe that his soul has been poisoned and requests the aid of a priest to get that spirit out of him. The Mothman Prophecies, 2002. Based on the book by the same name, which recounts the investigation of a journalist into the death of his wife via a car accident. Before she died, the women had strange visions of a moth. Number 10 on the list, Angst, from 1983. Based on the true story of a man who escapes prison and begins a killing spree to fulfill his sadistic fantasies. The film has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 100%. The Utah Cabin Murders, 2019. Taken from the news story of a 1990 home invasion of 2 would-be killers in Oakley, Utah, 2 sisters must try and stay alive while their killers look to turn their home invasion into a double murder. The Dentist, 1996. An obsessed with perfection dentist finds out his wife was cheating on him. This causes the man to go off his rails and become a serial killer. An apple a day won't keep this dentist from giving you his final cut. Extraordinary, 2019. A strange story about a driving instructor that possesses supernatural powers and is called upon by a desperate dad to save his possessed daughter. How is this based on a true story? It says so in the opening credits. The Clinic, 2010. A disgusting movie about a pregnant woman who has her unborn baby surgically removed. The mother of the woman travels to Australia to find the culprits. A dingo ate my baby. Number 15, The Exorcist, 1973. The now famous horror film was actually based on an actual 1949 exorcism of a young boy from Maryland. The author of the book the movie was based on heard about the exorcism while a student at Georgetown University. The Enfield Haunting, 2015. Based on the 1977 true events that took place in a London home, a family moves into a house that is experiencing supernatural phenomenon. The family has no choice but to call an expert. The Serpent and the Rainbow, 1988. Wes Craven directs this film about an anthropologist who travels to Haiti to study a voodoo drug that is being used in various religious rituals. The ritual turns patients into zombies, and things are not what they seem. Child's Play, 1984. Yes, apparently the script to Child's Play is based upon a strange story of a possessed doll which began to commit murder. A painter was given a doll by someone who worked for his family, and that person used voodoo to get revenge on the painter. Ted Bundy, 2002. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a retelling of the Ted Bundy murders. The film takes many liberties in regard to accuracy of things that occurred, but its centralized premise is the real-life serial killer. An American Crime, 2007. This film is about a divorced mother of several children who is hired to watch over the daughters of a couple who go to a carnival. The divorced mother has a lot of mental issues and takes out her frustration on one of the kids she is watching. Black Christmas, 1974. A group of sorority sisters begin to receive threatening phone calls, which will lead to one woman being murdered and the girls realizing there is a killer on the loose. Rounding out the list, An American Haunting, 2005. Taken from the true events in the 1800s, the film is inspired by a case in which a spirit caused the death of a living person. The spirit is said to have haunted the family for 2 full years. Thanks for tuning into this huge, long list of 22 horror movies based on terrifying real-life events. Which one of these movies was your favorite? Would you have added any other movies onto this list? This list was compiled by BOLAVIP US, which I found on the Microsoft search engine. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.
Row 18, plot 20.